There was a study that came out, I believe, from the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. Might be a little older than newer, but need a chance, just Google that. And it talked about obesity and being overweight. The report concluded that 4 out of every 5 black women are either overweight or obese. Now, hold before you get out of control. I'm 6 foot and 2 inches and a quarter. So let's just say a clean 74 inches, 6'2". Okay. I'm 209 pounds. My doctor told me that I was, according to them, technically overweight. What? Now, you have to understand this. I work out at a minimum 5 days a week, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours in the gym, whether it's putting up shots, whether it's cardio, and then weightlifting, of course. So I don't consider myself anyway to be out of shape in any kind of form. I work on my heart muscle. I work on my muscles, leg muscles. I work on everything. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a guy that's knocking people out in the ring. I'm just some guy who recognizes I need to stay physically fit and active. Okay. I think 5 days maybe a underestimate. Maybe it's 6 and some pretty good hours throughout the week. Now, so we get back to the study where it said black women are 4 out of 5 overweight or obese. Now, in your own life, you may see black women in your family, in your neighborhood, who you can visibly see is overweight. Okay, but in your mind, you're gonna say, "Oh man, she got a fat this. This is thick." She's gonna say, "I'm big boned, I'm curvy, and all these kinds of things." No, you just might be overweight. It's okay, but the secret is you need to identify that you may be overweight, and you need to do something about it. Why? Why do you want to do something about it? Why would you want to lose some of these curves that you think is so appealing? Well, the first reason is one of the main killers of the black community, particularly over the age of 25, is heart disease. Okay, diabetes is another thing that we come across, particularly in the African American community. I'm 40. I've had 2 friends, both under the age of 40, who have passed away. Both of them, they're male, black males. Both of them were overweight, visibly overweight. I mean, you can see them from down the street, they're overweight. Good people, good family people, good friends. They probably grew up not eating right. They didn't go to the gym. They didn't go to the doctor to be checked, to be examined. And we, as particularly black men, I believe there's a study somewhere, I don't want to quote it, but I believe it said to the effect that black men are one of the groups that are least likely to go to be examined by a doctor. Not because we don't have insurance, not because we don't know where a doctor's office is. It's just we sometimes fear that they may tell us something is wrong with us, and we don't want to look as if we're vulnerable. That may be particularly why black men, So you got to put your macho side to the side. Okay. Now, as far as working out and eating right, you're going to find that when you go to a grocery store, if you shop on the outside margins of the grocery store, so you walk in the door and, on the left, or maybe it's your right, depending on your store, the first thing you encounter on the outside is the fruit and vegetable aisle. Okay. You need to stop by there and pick things up. Grab a couple of oranges, grab a lime, grab some, some good vegetables. Okay. My wife, we don't eat canned good green beans, canned good, anything as far as vegetables are concerned. We don't even eat that. It's been years since we've eaten canned goods in our house. My wife goes on that aisle. She'll buy the fresh broccoli, the fresh green beans, of course, potatoes, and other fresh vegetables that could go with our dinner meal. After you come off that aisle, you make that turn, and you're on the back side of the store. That's where all your meats are. Now you're going to hear people tell you, "Oh, you shouldn't eat pork. You shouldn't do this. Shouldn't eat meat. Be a vegan." Whatever you want to do is fine. But let me tell you, you need to have some protein, some good lean protein in your life. Now, in my house, we don't purchase dark meat chicken. We don't do it. I don't even like dark meat chicken. I didn't even as a kid like dark meat chicken. My wife buys chicken breasts. She may buy chicken breasts that are already cut, boneless chicken breasts or just chicken breasts. Most times it's boneless and it's like strips. But we don't buy dark meat. The white meat you're going to find is the most healthiest portion of the chicken with the most lean protein that your body needs. Okay, we don't purchase ground beef. We purchase ground turkey. Now, if I go out to Chili's, Applebee's, and I'm interested in a hamburger, of course I'm going to have a regular hamburger. But that's a rarity. We eat that maybe once, twice a month, right, at a restaurant. But we cook at home. We use ground beef. We use ground turkey. Ground turkey is leaner and is higher in protein for you. You might want to check that out. Ground turkey. Okay. The only time we really eat pork in our house is when we buy pizza. So every Friday in our house we have a family. It's our family time, and we order pizza, sausage, bacon, pepperoni, the whole thing. So that's okay. You know, I'm in pretty good shape, and I can attest to it. For breakfast, if we do want to have some kind of meat portion, she'll buy turkey sausage, or she'll buy turkey bacon, or like a turkey smoked sausage rather, like kielbasa or whatever. It's pretty good. It's lean and it has good protein. It's high in sodium, but you can't win all the time, right? So just want to be cautious on the kind of protein you get through the kind of meat you get. And then when you go back to the other side of the aisle, the other side of the store, you're going to find some of your dairy products. You're going to find some of your juices. You're going to find bread. Okay, don't go too heavy on the bread. Maybe for your dinner, you may want to skip the bread for dinner. It's not all the time you need to have a dinner roll. That dinner roll may come with 250 calories. I'll do another video about calories and how you can monitor your calories later. But just for now, particularly black, but all people, but black people in particular, because I'm talking to people that I know in my family, you may want to consider adjusting your diet, and you may want to consider 35 to 40 minutes a day, either in the gym or on a walk. You need to exercise. You need to lose some weight. Get your waistline down. You want to get your neck somewhat more sturdy, bigger with muscles. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. I'm not one. I work out. I look okay. I look okay in a swimsuit. I've been to the beach and I had no problem taking off my shirt, walking around with my little shorts on, feeling like a champion. All right, but I'm not a bodybuilder. That's not what I do. I just advise you to not fall in the trap of thinking that it's okay to be overweight and out of shape and obese. Okay, it's okay to be overweight if you have muscle. It's okay. Muscle weighs more than fat. If you see 5 pounds of fat, it looks about like it's this big. 5 pounds of muscle, it's about this big. So it doesn't matter if you have if you're heavier but you have muscle tone, you have muscles. See, this is muscle here. I work those with the, and I do it the other way. If you have muscle, it's okay. If you have a lot of body fat, you're running the risk, particularly when you get into your mid-30s and beyond, you're running the risk of severe health issues. All right? Think about that. Tell your family, tell your friends. You may think you're cute, but are you healthy?